friends, hope you're having a lovely day today. Today I'm in my room and I wanted to show you something. I have a new setup for my microphone audio recording situation, and it's highly professional. Don't be intimidated. Trust me, it's not too pricey, just up in the $100,000s. Here we go. Okay, this is my recording booth. This is space foam used very prominently on the Hubble telescope missions. This is where I'll put my laptop right there. I'll hit record Adobe Audition, Adobe represent. That's how I get my clean audio for the video that I'm going to show you in just a second. That video is actually a photo, and it's particularly a photo that I find to be wonderful. And it is by Robert Capa, a very famous photographer. And I just want to talk about why I find it so fantastic. So here we go. Okay, this is the photo I want to take a look at today by Robert Capa. If you don't know the story behind the photos that he took on Omaha Beach, it's quite interesting. After taking the photos, he sent them back to be developed very quickly. So he had to ship the film back to be developed. Remember, this was the 40s. There were not many SD cards around. There were no coffee shops on the beach with Wi-Fi. He had to ship the film back to be developed. It was a process. And in a freak accident, most of the images were destroyed during the developing process by accident, obviously. And only 11 were left. I think he took 100 some odd, 127 images or something like that. Only 11 survived. And they are known as the Magnificent 11. And there is a more popular photo that people tend to talk about. But this is one that I think is my favorite from the ones he took that day. And what I love about it is, one, the composition and the presence of mind he had to shoot thoughtfully in the midst of literally being shot at. I mean, we're scared to walk up to strangers in downtown, San Francisco in America. This guy was, a bullet could have gone through his head at any moment. He's taking photos. Seemingly pretty in the open right now, and you'll hear this from journalists, from photojournalists over time, that you kind of hide behind your camera in these sorts of situations. And the presence of mind he had to capture this very compositionally sound image is fantastic. Now, there is a lot of motion going on here. I think what the motion creates is a sense of wonderful drama and intensity that conveys what it must have been like to be on the beaches that day. But compositionally, but to backtrack, I love how the soldiers are sort of in a triangle formation, and the soldiers closest to us is sort of the focal point of the image. It's very compositionally beautiful, even though it's imperfect. It's authentic. It's wonderful. As I'm talking about this image, I just looked down and I found, I've never seen this before, there's a man laying down in the left sort of third line of the image, and I can only assume he's been shot. It just adds so much to this photo. I mean, this was such a crazy day. I've watched video from that day, and of course, you have Saving Private Ryan, which is supposedly very similar to what it at least felt like to be there. It's so amazing. It's so incredible, this photo, and what he was able to capture here. I'm so glad that he was able to be there for this. We think about gear a lot in photography, and this, for all intensive purposes, nowadays could have been taken with an iPhone, and it would not have made this image any less magnificent than it is. That's interesting to think about. Overall, what makes this photo so special to me is that he was able to capture a moment in all of its intensity. And photos like this are important. Okay, that's it. I would love to hear your thoughts on this photo. Please feel free to engage. I will engage back with you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a lovely day.